I'm Dr. Micah Richardson, coming from Cypress Creek Chiropractic with my lovely wife, Mitzi, our health coach and wellness expert in the office. And we're talking about the flu today. It's going around, and we want to start just by saying, well, what's the difference? How do I know if I have a cold or if I've got the flu? Well, just a couple variants with that. Well, one, usually the flu comes across more of a sudden onset versus a common cold is more a gradual. The other thing with the flu is it's occasional, when a common cold is obviously much more common. Another one is a sore throat is not always associated with the flu, but it can most likely and usually is with the cold. And muscle soreness, usually much more severe with the flu and not so much with the cold. As far as fatigue is much more severe with the flu versus the common cold. You can have some, but it's much more mild when you have the cold. And then also as far as duration, the flu is about 6 to 7 days and the common cold is anywhere from 3 to 4 days. And the last thing the difference between the flu and the common cold is that temperature usually gets higher between 102 and 104 with the flu. And with the common cold, it's usually around just under 100, and sometimes you don't even have that flu with it. Now, one of the reasons why some of this is all going back and forth is hygiene. And a lot of people are not washing their hands enough, and then they touch their eyes, they put their hands in their mouth. So a lot of hand washing is super important. But let's talk about 7 tips to beat the flu if you do get the flu. First one is eating light. And one of the reasons why you shouldn't be eating so much is, how come?
Well, actually, when you have the flu, you'll notice that you really don't have much of an appetite. That's for a reason, because the most metabolic energy that your body has to expend is actually digesting your food. So your body wants to save that energy for healing. So if you don't feel like eating, then don't eat. That's okay. That's actually can be a good thing.
Exactly. Your body's doing what it's supposed to do, and that's a lot of times we don't even have that desire to eat because your body is concentrated on healing. Number 2 is you need to hydrate well. So many times we lose that appetite, but you've got to get the fluids in you. And there's multiple ways, but obviously water's one. Soups are really good as well because they're easier to digest, but they help with your hydration levels as well.
Bone broth.
Bone broth's a great one. We use that as well. Number 3, use healing herbs. Talk about some of the herbs that we like.
Garlic, echinacea, golden seal, oregano is another good one. Anything that will kill bacteria, virus, fungus, things like that. And that kind of goes right into essential oils. You can use them in a capsule form or, in that way, or you can use them as essential oils. You can rub them on your feet, on your chest, especially if you're having a hard time breathing. So that the different oils that you can put on your chest, like mint with camphor in them or peppermint in them, can help open up those passages, help you feel a lot better. And peppermint helps naturally bring down a fever as well.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit more coming up about essential oils and their uses. They're used and so great for so many different things, but they're also great during this time of the flu. And you can diffuse them, you can topically put them on, you can ingest them, and even breathing them is great. Those are 4 great ways to use them. The next thing is sun exposure, and one reason we're saying sun exposure is because you get vitamin D. And vitamin D has so many great factors in helping, one, with healing, boosting your immune system. So sunlight is very, very good, especially to get that vitamin D. And you want to, depending on your skin tone, anywhere from 10 up to 30 to 45 minutes a day with that during cold and flu season, because we need that vitamin D. And chiropractic care. Chiropractic care is great to help during this time because chiropractic care has many benefits, but one of the things it does is it boosts your immune system when you get adjusted. It helps you fight off things, and we want a stronger immune system during this time, so adjustments we always encourage when you're sick. And the last thing, if you want to talk a little bit about zinc and vitamin C, those are 2 things we use.
Yes, so high doses of zinc and vitamin C will help to shorten the duration of the virus, especially vitamin C. Not what's that little fizzy packet thing is called that you get at CVS? Not that.
Yeah, emergency.
Emergency. Thank you. You need good, high quality vitamin C from a lab or something like that. So, and you need at least 1,000 milligrams. You can do that a couple times a day. Your body does has saturation point, so you're gonna just waste some of it if you're taking too much. There's no reason. Your body can only utilize so much, but vitamin C definitely, and it's a great thing for prevention. So if you don't have the flu, which is great, take zinc and vitamin C today, start taking it and going forward, and it'll help keep you from getting it.
Exactly. And one of the things we're doing and we've done with our kids is we use this, it's a zinc lozenge. So sometimes our little ones can't exactly swallow pills. So we like the zinc lozenges because they can chew them up. They've got a great taste. There's no artificial colors or flavors in there. And that's a great one for kids. But also just last thing, and probably one of the most important things when we're thinking about all this, is limit the amount of sugar you have to.
Yeah.
That's huge. And then we'll talk a little bit more about that next week, because what we're going to do, or later this Friday, we're going to talk about how to stay healthy, and we're going to give you 7 more tips on just how to stay healthy during this time of the year. So we appreciate you tuning in with us. Look forward to talking to you Friday about a few more details and a few more tips to give you along this path. Definitely comment below if you got some questions. If we didn't get them answered, we'll go into more detail. Like and share that. We're glad you're with us, and we will see you Friday.